2025 work session meeting. Rob, you can hear okay?
I can.
Good deal. And we're just going to turn it over to Chelsea with our one item on the agenda.
Okay. I'm going to give you all full disclosure. I don't know that I can talk about this for 50 minutes tonight, but we might have a lengthy discussion. We'll just kind of see. So what I'm bringing the city council tonight is a proposed mission and core values for the city of Polk City. I want to spend a little bit of time talking about how we came up with our recommendation, and I would like for you all to take an opportunity to review what we're proposing tonight. And I wanted to spend a little time looking at some other organizations' websites, which I feel have done a very good job of projecting their mission statement as well as their core values. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So what we've proposed tonight is a mission statement and 6 core values. I'm going to show you all what the current mission statement is of the city of Polk City. I don't know how the current mission statement was adopted. Maybe some of you could provide me some context to that. I'm going to show that on the next slide. I would say it appears to be pretty outdated. Why are we working on this? This is something that I've wanted to do for a number of years, actually, and I brought this to the mayor and 2 council members during my performance evaluation, was that this is something I thought that we were lacking and behind on, and I was asked to prioritize getting something in front of you all. And tonight we have a working document. So these were the few things that I was trying to accomplish with a proposed mission and values. The first thing is I want the city of Polk City to have a professional image, and I want our image to kind of show what a professional organization we have for the city of Polk City. That was for my first goal. My second goal is to get buy-in from the city staff and the elected officials. I think I have pretty good buy-in from the city staff as we collaborated on this through a team working event that we had a few Fridays ago. And then what I'm also hoping to accomplish is get buy-in from the elected officials. The last thing that I want to accomplish with this mission and value statement is public outreach, transparency, and local government. I think that's a goal that we always have working for the city. So those were the few things that I was really trying to accomplish. So before we go to this, I am going to try to pull up, let's see. You all see that? This is Bravo's website. I have looked at a few different websites for what I call professional organizations throughout the Des Moines Metro, and I have really fixated on what they're doing as an organization. And I think that these organizations I've selected tonight are very professional organizations that really scream and put out there for their viewers what the vision and mission is of their organization. And I think these few examples I'm going to give you tonight are the best examples I could come up with. So you all see Bravo's page. On the front page of Bravo's website, you know, an explanation of what Bravo does. They have that Bravo Greater Des Moines is the region's art council, providing significant funding and support that maximizes the impacts of arts, culture, and heritage on regional priorities. What I really like about their website is you don't have to go searching for that information. It's right there on the front page. So Bravo was one example I wanted to give you tonight. The next one I want to give you is the MWA. I have always been so impressed by what the MWA does as an organization. They do things very well. But again, this is their front page. I don't know what their mission statement necessarily is, but managing waste today so our kids can thrive tomorrow. We provide answers for safe and smart waste disposal and recycling. We know where it should go and can help you get it there. So that's the MWA's website. And then I will say that I kind of struggled to come up with an example for a city government website. And I think the reason for that is because most of the cities in the Des Moines Metro kind of use all of the same platform for their websites. If you all notice when you go to a different city's website, it's built very similarly to Polk City's. I really like Clive. I don't know where they came up with the tagline, distinct by nature, but you see it everywhere when you go to Clive. It's the first thing you see on their website. It's on their welcome signage. It's on their wayfinding signage. That tagline is apparent throughout the whole community. And that's something that I'm looking to kind of repeat in a number of different ways with a mission statement and core values. But I wanted to give you a few extreme examples of organizations that I think are doing it very well. So does anybody have any questions, or are there any organizations you want to bring to my attention that you think are also something we should be looking at? Okay, if not, I'm going to drag this back. Okay. So I want to start and just say that this is a mission statement that I found on the bottom of a few of our city employees' email signatures. Again, I have no idea where this mission statement came from, but the city's current mission statement to provide friendly, excellent, affordable municipal and utility services, the responsibility of sustaining an environmentally friendly, growing city environment is our highest priority. We always act with honesty and integrity to achieve our goals. The city strives to meet or exceed the community's expectation of economic, environmental, and social needs through a fiscally responsible and open city government. I don't know if any of the council members have any context of where this mission statement came from, but I did ask a few of the staff members that have been here longer than I have, and we're not sure where it came from, but this is what has been on the bottom of a few email signatures for the past few years. So the department heads and I all went out for a team building event 2 Fridays ago, and we did some brainstorming on the possibility of a new mission statement. We threw a number of statements around and different ideas. I think the theme that we came up with is less is more. This one's pretty wordy. If you notice, it's 4 different sentences. So here is the mission statement we came up with for the city of Polk City. This is going to be a citywide statement. But our mission is providing responsible services that build a vibrant, sustainable community. What do you all think of it? I know that it's very short. We had a couple of different versions of this. We talked about making it a little longer, but this is what we landed on as a group of city staff.
So if I were to ask you, what does this mean to you? What would you say?
I think what it means to me is we're here and we're in existence to provide services to the residents. That is what I think our overall mission statement is. I don't necessarily know that we need to identify the specific services in the mission statement, but we are here to provide services to the residents. I think it's up to the residents to determine what those services are, you know? And I will give the example. Obviously, we provide public safety, parks and rec, library services. Things that people don't think about with city government or maybe know about is City Hall is often the first place you go when you have a question. The calls that we get at City Hall range very widely in what people are asking from us. I will make the joke, we take probably a dozen calls a week for Polk City, Florida. I think our staff has memorized the phone number at City Hall for Polk City, Florida, because we take so many of those questions. But I think providing services for the residents is so important in that we're helping people that sometimes cannot help themselves, and they might need some guidance or they have a question they need answered. So that is my long-winded answer of what I think providing services is for the residents of Polk City.
I'll piggyback on there. What about the sustainability aspect, the vibrancy aspect of that? How how do you envision us moving towards those aspects of this?
Yeah, that's a good question. Vibrancy actually came from the mayor. There have been a number of times where he's referred to Polk City being a vibrant community. So we actually took that word from the mayor. Sustainable, I think, is continuing to provide the level of service even as we grow. So how can we continue to provide the same level of services as we continue to grow at a very fast rate?
Okay.
And this is open for discussion. This is a work session. We want to get this right. So if you have something you think we should add to the mission statement, please share that information with us.
So I will just throw one thing out here for council members to decide. When I was presented with this, I had suggested that we say providing responsible services that help build a vibrant, sustainable community. Now, it's up to you guys to decide whether you want to include help in there or if that just bogs it down. And you won't hurt my feelings.
So we can put those side by side and the council could have that discussion further if you'd like to. Another thing that was thrown out is adding the tagline, "A City for All Seasons," but we really felt like keeping that separate out of the mission statement made more sense. That's more of our tagline, like I presented with the city of Clive. But we can certainly change that up if you would like for us to present that to you a little bit differently, but it's very similar.
I think I like them separate. I think the City for All Seasons, that's who our community is, kind of. This is what do we as a city do. So I don't think they have to be merged together or tied together. I really like this. It is very to the point, but as I think about it, I do think it covers most of what that lengthy one said. I mean, really, it's pulling in, being responsible, vibrant, sustainable, all those, they can even have a number of different meanings and angles to them. So I think you guys did a really nice job of pulling it all together and capturing it pretty concisely.
Are you sold on it? I think this is very important. Like I'm looking for 100% buy-in on this mission statement. We don't do this often. Again, this is very important to the city's professional image. What are we missing?
So let's, Nick, anything to add?
I definitely like the bones of this, and I'd even be happy with it as it reads. So I'm just sitting here spinning my wheels thinking, how would I tweak this? And I'm not sure that any of the small variations that I would come up on this would be any better. Providing responsible services for a vibrant, sustainable community seems to indicate that we already are a vibrant, sustainable community. But doesn't really echo anything about how we are continuing to grow as a community. So I kind of like the building part in there. I'm not sure how I would tweak this.
Well, that's probably okay then. Mandy?
Yeah, I don't have any suggestions on tweaking it.
Jeff?
Did you guys consider expanding out, build a vibrant, sustainable community to our residents, businesses, and visitors?
Not that one in particular or that specific, but I think we're open to it.
Just throwing that out there.
Rob, anything?
Nope, I'm good with it as it reads.
I like that it's short. We can remember it.
I think we do too, we do as well. Like I think we could have expanded on this, but we just kept coming back to the, again, less is more on this one.
Okay,
Okay.
shall we
I'm-
move on?
Yep, we can move on. So my intention is I'm going to bring this to a future council meeting. And I'm not done with what we're talking about tonight, but I am probably going to be bringing this to a future council meeting for a formal vote. So we have record of it actually being adopted for the future of Polk City. So we also, the staff wanted to come up with some core values as well. We identified 7 core values. Our goal was to narrow it down to 5. We narrowed it down to 6. We did this process, again, we had a brainstorming session over coffee. We identified a number of core values. We narrowed it down to these 6 plus respect. And then we came back at a staff meeting and we voted similarly to strategic planning with the city council. And we narrowed it down to these 6. So the city's core values are engagement, innovation, integrity, quality, service, and transparency. Again, I think this would be part of the mission statement, or it would be, it would go with the mission statement that these are our core values. Questions?
How come you didn't omit service when you have service in the mission statement? You have some redundancy.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Because you had 7 and you're trying to get down to 5, but you kept 6. I'm just curious, what was the reason to keep service?
I don't know. People voted for it. I really do think that we all show up to work every day with the mindset that we're here to provide the service to the residents. So it's almost like, I think that's stuck.
Right.
We could certainly remove that since it's in the mission statement. We could get back to the 5 core values that we tried to identify.
The only thing you have to keep in mind is people don't always read a mission statement and the core values at the same time. They read one or they read the other a lot of times.
Okay?
Well, Rob, let's start with you. Anything to add?
No, I think I'm good, and I think I'm good having this be employee-led. If there's feedback, how are we rolling this? I know you said you'd bring it back to a council meeting. Are we communicating this as want feedback prior to the approval, or are we gonna approve it and then roll it out? What's the next step kind of look like here?
I was intending to have this on a council agenda for formal action. I am happy to continue to take this to other people in the organization and community to get buy-in, though, if that's what you would prefer I do. Because here's my intention is everybody that's on the city organization chart, I want some sort of buy-in from on the mission and values. I think that it's something that we really get buy-in from everybody involved in the city organization. So it's up to the council. My intention was to bring it to a future council meeting and get formal approval. And then make sure that I've touched all of these different people, boards, commissions, employees, get some sort of feedback from the citizens as well on what we're trying to do in the city.
So there's no rush is what you're saying.
There really is not, no.
Did you have anybody else have anything to say about the core values?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay, we're going with 6 then.
Susan, what did you think?
As part of the brainstorming session, it was nice to hear all the incredible things that we want to provide. I like it. I also like 5 instead of 6, but yeah, I like it. I like it as is.
What do you need from us then, Chelsea?
I really think we're good. I wanted to spend just a little bit more time talking about this and go over the city's website really quickly. So, I think that there are organizations that will hire a consultant and spend thousands and thousands of dollars coming up with mission and core values. We did not do that. So I am making that very clear. We use the department heads as they were the ones that did the brainstorming. They came up with the ideas. So I'm trying to roll this out based off of what we came up with. I feel very proud of it. And I hope that you all do too. But I think you've given me enough feedback today on this topic. So it kind of goes hand in hand. I do want to spend some time working on the city's website as part of this initiative, and this might take a little bit more time. As I was spending time reviewing those other organization websites, I had some website envy of what those other organizations do. I want you all to know and understand what we're doing with our website. We're pretty maxed out on. It doesn't have a ton of capability on the back end, and we have met with our provider, Civic Plus, and they have let us know that we could upgrade to a different package, so this might cost some money. But I'd really like to spend some time, delving into the fact that I want our mission and values like on the website. I want to make the website easier to navigate and use for the residents. I've gotten a ton of feedback from the residents that things are difficult to find on the city website. I've gotten feedback that they've pulled old documents off of the city website. I just think that this is also our opportunity to focus on this as well, because this is so important to what we do. This is our main tool for communication in Polk City. And I really think that there's an opportunity here for us to enhance this as well. So this is kind of two-part tonight. I'm asking you for the mission and values feedback. I will have that at a future meeting. But I also want you all to know that I think we're going to start working on this website and what we can do to enhance the website. Do you have anything else to add?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I think the website definitely has some user experience issues that I've run into when trying to use it. I think the search function on there brings up a lot of randomness and is not particularly concise to finding recent up-to-date documents. So, yes, I think that's something we should work on.
Okay.
Yeah, I think some money is an investment there. Obviously, people should always call City Hall. City Hall's happy to help, but the more we can make readily available for people to easily find, might save some calls for City Hall. They can also find it when City Hall's closed. So, yes, I agree. Making things easier for our citizens to quickly and easily find on their own.
Like, I think most of the information you need is there. It's just a matter of navigation and searchability as the way it's laid out is not necessarily a problem. It's just trying to find things through that layout that gets to be a little bit challenging.
Yeah. We've heard that feedback as well. So that's something that we're going to continue to work on. That's all I've got for tonight. So unless you guys have additional questions.
I was just going to ask Rob if he had any comment about the website.
How long ago was it that we did the redesign?
It was March, April 2020. So 5.5 years ago.
It's a lifetime in internet years.
Yes. Yes. It's a lifetime.
Time flies, so.
Yeah. Anything, Jeff?
Nope.
So did they say what the upgraded package, is that a significant influx of cash or what?
I don't know that they've given us a quote, but I think we think it's gonna be somewhere in the range of $10,000 to $20,000.
Okay.
And I think that's in line with what we spent the last time we did an update. I will say that this website is much better than the previous website that we used to have 5.5 years ago. But I still think that there's opportunity to improve and make things just easier to find for the people that aren't involved in local government. Like, it's easier for me to go find things and you all to go find things because you're familiar with our website. But for a resident that has an issue and it's their first time issue, it's hard for them to go find some information on our website. So,
So you're gonna bring that back to council if that's the direction to go?
yes,
Okay.
thank you.
And,
That's all I've got.
okay, well, we got lots of time. Well, then I guess we need a motion and a second to adjourn, don't we?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. We're adjourned until 6 o'clock. Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you, staff. Good job.
Nice staying on